Good morning, folks. How y'all doing? You know, um, I have this thing that I was thinking about, and it's about friends and what friends truly are. I have people that say, "Do I have any true friends?" Well, that goes on the other way too. Are you truly a true friend? Do you say nasty things to their face or condemn them for something that's not your place to condemn? You know, we live in a society where people are shallow and they can just walk away and not even give a damn whether you're living or dying. Those are not friends. A friend is there for you when you need them all the time. They come to your house. They come see you. They visit you when you're not in a position to do so. A friend cares whether you're happy or sad. And they don't use you. And I've had that experience so many times in my life where I think I have a friend and, well, you do this for me, you do that for me. And they're not a true friend themselves. So this is where we have to recognize the boundaries. And there has to be boundaries set in every area of life, whether it's work, friendship, even in marriage, relationships. Boundaries are needed. And you got to know where your limitations are and what you're going to put up with what you're going to accept. But I have another family story to tell y'all. I have or I should say, I had a sister. She wasn't a friend of mine either, not at all. But she had a beautiful daughter, and she, as far as in my opinion, wasn't a really good mother because she felt that her daughter was deserving of a man that lived in a tent. I now I now you get this, okay? The man was like 34 and my beautiful niece was like 23, and she introduces them as supposed lovers, people that are getting married to each other. They got married, and in consequence my niece got hooked on drugs, like not the light stuff neither, because this man was definitely a drug addict. And then then the clincher of it all is after they got separated and everything. Well, he actually was so messed up that he died in a mud puddle. So there's a there's a funny aspect to that, but today I don't really see it. But there's times when I think about that and I think to myself, how could you want your child to marry somebody that lives in a tent? This is America. We don't do that kind of stuff. We don't live in tents or campers or, outside in the woods in a cardboard box. I know some people do end up homeless, but for God's sake, there's a lot of community programs out there to help people. I just don't get it. I know for myself, I have way higher aspirations for all of my children than marrying somebody that lives in a tent. I would never want to introduce somebody to my children as a potential mate that lives in a tent. And that's not being a condemnatory, judgmental person. That's being like, I want more for my children. I want more for myself. I just want more. And that's where we all need to be. We all need to want more and expect more of ourselves and expect more of other people. Until our society changes their thinking and we stop allowing people to tell us how we think or how we feel, we're not going to get anywhere. We don't have a little Indian girl on a stick of butter because someone says that's wrong. That's discrimination and judgment. She was a beautiful part of our society, just like Aunt Jemima. She was a gorgeous woman, and she was smart, intelligent, creative, I think it was a tribute to her rather than a knockdown or a thought that she wasn't worthy. She was definitely worthy of us to remember her in the way she was. And for God's sake, put down Robert E. Lee, that was a testimony of how shitty our society truly is. So we all need to change. We got to stop being so uncaring, unfeeling, and truly unworthy. Good Lord. Thoughts of the day. So my joke of the day is I told y'all I can't cook, and it's probably really true. Um, I had this experience where I made meatloaf and I substituted frosted flakes instead. So it was frosted flake meatloaf. And nobody ate it. I still don't understand why. And so my kid says, well, go ahead and just feed it to the dog. She'll eat it. She'll eat anything. Well, I gave it to the dog and she ran away for 3 days. I mean, she's probably very wise because you never know what you're going to eat again. So have a good one. Enjoy your day. And treat yourself good and treat other people good too. Have a good one. Love ya.